how to minimize our downtime, how to use the downtime that we sometimes have, because no matter how busy we are, we all have downtimes, and turn it into productive time. Hello, welcome to Colombia. Today I want to share a little cool little hack that I learned from my mentor about how we can use our downtime more productively, because we all have it. For example, right now we're sitting in some type of restaurant right now, we're waiting for the food, we're waiting for the drinks, or you're sitting somewhere in some public office and you're waiting for some documents, whatever. You always have at some point downtime. You maybe public transport in a bus, you're waiting at the airport for your flight. All of those examples. Because I think what most people do is that they are, of course, then on social media, that I have nothing to do, pull out my phone and I'm on social media. And I think if you're watching a channel like this, you probably know, okay, social media might not be the best idea. Maybe we should delete our social media and not spend time on there, because we get sucked into like a tunnel and we lose hours. But okay, let's say social media is deleted on our smartphone. What should we do instead? And how can we use the time productively? This might sound a bit like a nerd advice or something, but I advise you to first clean up your phone and then download an app about mathematics, where you have to train and practice calculating stuff in your head. I'm not sure if there's a term for this in English, but like basically training mathematics on your phone. The app that I, for example, use is called Fast Math. You can do like dividing, multiplication, addition, subtraction, subtraction, the thing where you subtract something. You know what I mean. You can also use like different levels and in the settings where it gets more complicated. You can start at the beginning, you can start very easy and get into practice again. Because maybe you're out of school for some years by now, you haven't had mathematics or math class for quite some time. And what happens? Okay, I'm pretty sure sometimes like the very easy thing, it takes longer than you think you would need. So what are the benefits of using such an app and training your skills in this area basically like several days a week? Especially in like social situations or with social skills, whatever. And also, for example, in business situations. Small details matter, and especially how competent you come across matters extremely. This was a tip, this was a hack that I got from my sales mentor, by the way, that he was recommending me, okay, download such an app, train your brain in this area several times a week. Because let's say we are on a sales call and we're speaking to somebody, like a client, a business client, somebody with money. We would like to come across as competent, because this will, of course, increase the trust that we get from such a person. And the little detail here, if we're able to calculate something in our brain, like according to his project or according to his numbers, and give like a concrete solution, what the numbers might look in the future if we increase the revenue by so and so %. This will display like an extreme competence in a sales situation and towards the other person, and which is again good for the trust. Well, as a side note, my goal, for example, is like master sales, being able to at some point close like 6-figure deals. And if we want to come to such levels, such a high level, the fundamentals in sales are not enough. We really have to focus on like the small details. In general, it's not only in the business situation, but also in the private situation. When you are able to calculate something quickly, it is just good. It's just impressive. It's just another positive trait. It's a sign of intelligence. And basically, this is how we want to come across. And when I think about a person, for example, that I want to become in the future, like the top version of me, like a top 1% man, as everybody's speaking about right now. Is this somebody who's like not intellectual, who's like dumb or something, who can't calculate the easiest things? Or is that a person who's super intellectual, who's like very wise in the words he chooses, also is able to be awesome in calculating things in his head quickly? Alright, this was a little hack to turn downtime into productive time. I hope you liked this. I hope you saw the value behind of it and didn't think, this is so boring, I hate mathematics. At first this was my reaction, but once I implemented it, I realized, okay, this is super powerful. Yes, I hope you use this power for you also, and maybe we'll see each other in the next video with some improved mathematics skills.